Hello everyone, my name is Amita Bhalla and I like to think of myself as a life enthusiast because I am enthusiastic about the world around me. I love art and nature and good food and people and places, and I try to live my life to the very fullest. I'm also a physician and an artist and a wife and a mother to two teenage boys. So today I want to share my love of art with you all. Ever since I was a little girl, around 10 years old, I loved to paint. And I used to paint a particular style of painting called Impressionism before I even knew what Impressionist style of painting was. But over the years, I have delved a little deeper into it, and I would love to share my love of Impressionistic art with you. Now, art for me has been a way of expressing myself. So when I'm happy, I create, and then certain style and color choice comes through. When I'm going through difficult times, I create. And it's really been a way for me to reflect, to heal, to see how I can make things better. And it's really been crucial to helping me grow and evolve as a human on this planet, and it continues to bring me joy and it continues to help me grow. So today we are in my studio. I have one of my paintings behind me, and I want to take you on a little tour that I went through recently in a region called Normandy, where one of the very famous Impressionist artists' houses, and also where he painted a lot. So come on, join me on this artistic journey. So what is Impressionism? Impressionism is a 19th century art movement that originated with a group of French artists such as Claude Monet, Renoir, Cézanne, Bertha Morisset, Degas, Monet, to name a few. It was this very painting in front of us by Claude Monet called Impression Sunrise, which he painted in 1872, that became the source of the movement's name. So the Impressionist artists loved to travel in the French countryside. They painted in the light of the natural sun. They used small but thick brush strokes and placed the paint side by side with very little mixing. And they put a lot of emphasis on how light, natural light, hit objects in the environment, like flowers and leaves and water. In fact, Claude Monet, my favorite artist of all times and the most famous Impressionist artist, you can say, he spent the last 20 years of his life painting the water lilies in his garden in his home in Giverny. And he spent a lot of time planting the garden, and while the garden developed, he painted elsewhere in the countryside. He went to the coast and painted the cliffs of Etretat. He painted in a beautiful cathedral in a town called Rouen. And then when these gardens had matured and were beautiful, then he came back to Giverny. And those were the paintings that he did for the final years before he passed away. So he made, I believe, over 200 water lily paintings. And I've had the good fortune, I've been so blessed that I have seen many of his water lily paintings that are now in museums in different parts of the world. And each one of them, if you study them and you watch them closely, you will see that the light is reflected off differently from the leaves, from the flowers, from the water. They're painted by him different times of the day, different seasons of the year, and he really spent hours and hours and thousands of hours perfecting his painting techniques by watching just how the light hit the water lilies and the flowers in his gardens. And that's when some of the greatest works of his life was created. So I am now here by my little water lily pond in my backyard with my fur baby Orion. Say hi, Orion, to our new friends. He loves to feed the fish with me, and we just gave the fish their evening snack. So I wanted to tell y'all a little bit more about Claude Monet's water lily paintings. So as I was saying before, Monet painted the water lilies during the last few years of his life, and he then donated them to a museum in Paris called the Orangerie Museum. He even helped design the 2 rooms that hold the water lily paintings. Now mind you, these paintings are huge. Each of these paintings spans 91 meters and is 2 meters wide. Now Monet designed the 2 oval rooms that hold these paintings such that they symbolize an infinity symbol. He even had skylights put on the ceiling so that the viewer can observe these paintings in natural light. And when I was there recently at the Orangerie Museum, I really felt as though I was sitting in Monet's garden. After my visit to the Orangerie Museum, I took a road trip to Giverny to see Monet's gardens in person and his house. It was such an enchanting trip, such a divine place. It inspired me to paint, and I would love to share a little bit of my journey through Giverny and a little sneak peek into my painting session while I was there with y'all. So Orion, what do you say? Let's take them on this journey. and I hope you all enjoyed the tour of the Orangery Museum in Paris and Monet's house and garden in Giverny. Now this is the little artwork that I made while in Giverny, and I started here with a piece of canvas that I painted blue, and then if you can focus right here, I made the background with different shades of blue, light blue, dark blue. I mixed in some purple and pink. And once I was finished with the background, I painted these pink flowers. I was really inspired by these elongated pink flowers. I think they are called astable, that I saw at the forefront of Monet's water lily pond while I was in his garden. And so I was inspired to paint those. Now, if you come closer, you can see that I have just placed the brush strokes without mixing them. I have some dark pink that I mixed with purple on the left side because that was the shadow side. And then I have some pink in the middle. And then on the right side, I place lighter pink and white brush strokes because the light was hitting the flowers from this side. Then I made some thick green brush strokes for the leaves. And that's it. I painted the sides, but you can choose to leave them black, to paint them black, or leave them as is. And there you go. So I hope Monet has inspired you to let your creativity run wild. I would love for you to use your imagination and paint a piece of art and share with me. You can go to your backyard garden, or even if you have some flowers on your balcony or your front porch, or even in a vase, or better yet, get out in nature, visit a park and observe your surroundings and really be a life enthusiast. Take in the beauty of the world around you and unleash your creativity. Do share your art with your friends, your family, and the world. That's how you share the love with others. Bye, my friends. It was a real treat sharing this journey with you. Big hugs and love. Bye-bye.